My name is Clara. I turned 35 this year. 10 years have passed. A decade married to Marcus. He is 37 now. My husband. A man of quiet commitment. He is utterly gentle, always steady, never hurried. He possesses a deep, silent resolve. He has never spoken a harsh word, never criticized my choices. He simply accepts me. When my own father passed, Marcus was the silent foundation. When my anxiety spikes, he sits by me, offering only his hand. He maintains the garden. He handles all the endless paperwork. He listens to my professional victories. He calms my inevitable fears. He tells me, often, softly, "You are brilliant, Clara. We are a team." Marcus is a reliable, good man. Yet sometimes, the goodness feels too small. I lead the team now, a senior architect in the city. My salary covers most of our bills. I fought to climb this high, slept 4 hours a night to finish projects, navigated the office politics. I was relentlessly ambitious. But Marcus, he teaches woodworking at the community college. His passion is carving, not commerce. His income is consistent, but modest. He works short days. His hands are always stained with sawdust. His clothes smell faintly of pine. He comes home precisely on time. Content. He never seeks more. He simply says, "It's meaningful work, Clara. I enjoy it." But slowly, my ambition began to sour. A feeling of stagnation set in. I saw the partners' wives at events. They wore custom-made jewelry. They spoke of European summer homes. I saw their husbands, men who closed million-dollar deals, men who drove powerful, loud cars. I looked at Marcus. His old, comfortable sweaters. His tools, passed down from his grandfather. He buys me thoughtful, handcrafted gifts. Never expensive ones. I started to compare his contentment to their drive. I started to feel resentful. One evening, I couldn't hold it back. "Marcus, why are you so satisfied? Why don't you try to teach at a proper university?" He put down his teacup. He looked directly at me. "I like teaching the community," he replied simply. "I don't care about the prestige, only the craft." I became sharp. I said, "Prestige buys security, Marcus. It buys a different life for us." Marcus stayed absolutely still. He always does when I press him. He looked away. He didn't argue. His shoulders, they looked heavy, burdened. But I didn't let up. I kept listing the things we didn't have. I kept thinking, he lacks the necessary edge. Marcus spends time volunteering at the local shelter every weekend. He fixes things. He mentors the young men. He brings them his old tools. He gives so much of his time. Time he could spend seeking a promotion. I always complained about the time lost. I never said, "That is good work." I never acknowledged his generosity. Late one Tuesday, I found him in the kitchen. He was leaning against the counter. He looked utterly drained. I asked, "What kept you so late?" He said, "I took on a private commission. A large one." I was surprised. "A big client? Did you charge enough?" He sighed. "It's a custom piece for the mayor. I worked all day on it. I'll keep looking for more." The next week, his schedule became punishing. He taught his classes early. He worked on the large commission late into the night. He came home smelling of varnish and exhaustion. After 3 weeks, he stood in the doorway. His face was ashen. He whispered, "I had to quit the shelter for now. The commission needs all my focus." I said, "Good. That's a wise decision." I never asked what that sacrifice cost him. I didn't ask if his heart ached for his students. Marcus started pushing harder. He woke before the dawn light. He stood carving until past midnight. He came to bed long after I was asleep. No time for slow, quiet talks. No time for our simple shared meals. No time to simply breathe. One Sunday morning, I heard a terrible clatter. I ran to his workshop in the garage. He was on the cement floor. He had fallen. The carving tool dropped beside him. His eyes were wide, confused. His hands trembled uncontrollably. I knelt beside him, screaming his name. He looked up at the ceiling. My head. It suddenly hurts so much. I think I forgot to eat yesterday. I drove him to the emergency room. The doctor spoke of severe fatigue. He said, "He has dangerously high blood pressure. He is running on empty. This man needs immediate, total rest." I sat by his bedside, the sterile white overwhelming. I looked at his still, tired face. He looked vulnerable, like a broken child. I felt a profound, heavy shame. I took his rough, calloused hand. I began to cry, silent and hard. I whispered, "I am so sorry, Marcus. I saw your potential, but not your limits. I demanded your drive, but ignored your worth." Marcus turned his head slowly. He gave me a ghost of a smile. He said, just loud enough, "It's all right, Clara. I just wanted to make our life feel big enough for you." His gentle voice was a physical blow. That moment in the cold light, everything shifted. Marcus does not need to be a corporate star. He doesn't need a heavy portfolio. He doesn't need to compete with my male colleagues. He gives me something far more rare. He gives me stability. He gives me patience. He gives me simple, uncomplicated love. He gives me his gentle, complete self. That is the biggest gift of all. It is more than any architecture firm could offer. Since that day, the comparison stopped. The constant feeling of lack faded. I stopped chasing a life that was merely shiny. Now, I look at Marcus and see clearly. I see a man who lives with pure intention. I see a man who works not for wealth, but for value. I see a man who anchors my volatile world. Marcus is not just my husband. He is the quiet harbor. He is the peaceful light that tells me I am finally home. Because sometimes the greatest strength is found in stillness. It is the love that stays true and never demands change.